こんばんちは。 ABC 殺人事件続きをやっていきたいと思います。ドナルド・フレイザーと話す。めっちゃ飲んでるねこの人。
This man is tired.
めっちゃやつれちゃってかわいそうに。ヨレヨレの服。クマ。
Donald
伸び
is
た
short
ひ
of
げ。
sleep, and it looks as if he didn't even bother to undress before going to bed.
かわいそうに。婚約者が亡くなればそうなりますよね、きっと。
Mr. Paro, I don't know why I'm here.
彼の優柔不断さにしびれを切らす。罪を犯したことを責める。しっかりと話を聞くと伝えて彼を安心させる。罪を犯したことを責めるって、この人なんかしたのかな。しっかりと話を聞くと伝えて彼を安心させる。
You wanted to talk, and you came to find the only man capable of hearing you.
Mr. Paro, since Betty's death, I've doubts about myself. I don't know what to do. And I keep having a horrible dream 3 nights in a row.
しびれを切らす。続けるように促す。ここは精神科ではないことを指摘する。いきなり話を聞くって言っといて。続けるように促す。
Have a drink, and tell me about this dream.
It's always the same. I'm on the beach with Betty. I grab her round the throat, and I squeeze and squeeze until she's dead. Her head falls back, and I see that it's no longer Betty. It's Megan's face.
Have you seen Megan Barnard recently?
Yes, our grief has brought us together. I never really knew her before. She's really quite a remarkable girl. But I would never tell her about my dream.
Why not? Is it her you are attacking in your dream?
No, it's Betty. And once Betty is dead, it's Megan's face that appears in its place.
Very interesting. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
お姉ちゃんとくっついちゃったってこと？ドナルドが見た夢をどう解釈するか。ドナルドは夢の中でミーガンを殺していない。2つの殺人事件は同じ殺人犯により入念に計画が立てられて実行された。ドナルドはベティをとても愛していた。ドナルドは暴力的な男だった。ドナルドは疲れている。ドナルドはベティを殺したことに罪悪感を持っている。ドナルドはミーガンのことが好きだ。弱ってる時ってね、やっぱりほら、なんかよく言うじゃないですか。女の人って失恋するとなんか割に落としやすいみたいな。それの男性バージョンですかね。どれだ？ 3 つあるとよくわかんねえな。
Mr. Fraser, I think that the real meaning of this dream is that you are in love with Megan Barnard.
Please go on. Do.
This dream certainly betrays your guilt.
Oh.
But what do you feel guilty about? Having killed your fiancée? Possible. Or forgetting her very quickly for her sister? Certainly. And this forgetting is perceived as a second death.
So you don't really think I was the one who killed Betty?
I do not exclude this theory. I am simply saying that I do not need to know that fact to explain your dream and your guilt.
Thank you for being frank, Mr. Poirot. You've helped me a great deal. I'm going back to Bexhill. I'll not take any more of your time up.
It is late, Mr. Fraser, and you are tired.
I'll sleep on the train. I like trains. It's easy to sleep rocked by the sound of the wheels. Poor
boy. He seems completely lost.
Well, women seem to like him. I think Megan will take care of him. Oh, I remember. Did you order the product I needed?
Yes, we'll be receiving it tomorrow.
Bien, it is late, and I asked Miss Gray to come tomorrow morning. I have a few questions I wish to ask her. Mademoiselle, I asked you here in order to answer a very important question.
事件当日に彼女が誰とも会っていないことを確認する。嘘をついたことを責める。犯人に協力していたと責める。責めるのが好きだな。事件当日に彼女が誰とも会っていないことを確認する。
Am I right in thinking you said that you did not speak to anyone on the day Sir Carmichael was murdered?
It's the absolute truth.
Yet, Lady Clark maintained that she saw you talking to a stranger on the front doorstep.
Really? She must have been mistaken. Oh, I remember now. I'd forgotten all about it, but it wasn't important. It was just a salesman. One of those traders who sell stockings from door to door.
Can you describe him to me?
Medium size. Glasses. Dark suit and a felt hat. Not the sort of man you notice. Completely harmless. That's why I forgot all about him.
Nothing else?
He was very hesitant and shy. Usually door-to-door salesmen are very confident. But he wasn't.
チャーストンを去ることについて嘘をついたことを指摘する。彼女の意思で仕事を辞めたのか尋ねる。出ていくことが怪しいと指摘する。チャーストンを去ることについて嘘をついたことを指摘する。彼女の意思で仕事を辞めたのか尋ねる。
You did not leave Churston willingly, I believe.
I don't wish to lie. Lady Clark did not appreciate my presence. And Franklin cannot go against the wishes of a sick lady. He is a good man, and he worries a great deal about his sister-in-law.
I noticed that you left some personal belongings behind at Churston.
取りに戻る予定はあるか尋ねる。チャーストンに戻る予定はあるか尋ねる。所持しておくにはリスクが高すぎたという。なんだろう。チャーストンに戻る予定はあるか尋ねる。
Are you planning on returning to Churston?
Who knows what the future holds?
Bien. I must ask you one last question. Please reply frankly with either yes or no. If Lady Clark had died, would you have agreed to marry Sir Carmichael if he'd asked you?
How dare you ask such a question? Sir Carmichael treated me just like his daughter. And all that I ever felt him was affection and gratitude, nothing else.
Thank you, mademoiselle. I will not keep you any longer.
I met Thora Gray on the stairs. Her cheeks were ablaze, and she appeared to be deeply hurt. Poirot, have you offended the poor girl again? Do you have good reasons for accusing her?
I accused her of nothing, Hastings. I simply asked her an important question she did not answer. Let us see if we can answer it for her. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
ソーラはカーマイケル卿が生きていたら結婚したか。ソーラ・グレイはカーマイケル卿の仕事を処理するために残った。カーマイケル・クラーク卿はソーラ・グレイと親密な関係にあった。カーマイケル卿はソーラにブローチを与えていた。ソーラはフランクリンのことが好きだ。フランクリンのことが好きだもんね。結婚はしないんじゃないかな。ソーラは誘惑的な女性だ。誘惑的な女性。カーマイケル卿はソーラに魅力を感じていた。ソーラはカーマイケル卿との関係をはっきりと答えない。これ違うの？生きてたら結婚してたか。 え
You must know how to read between the lines, Hastings. When Sir Carmichael refers to paternal affection, he's lying to himself. Read this engraving on the brooch. A dark dragon for an angel with glossy hair. These are the words of a lover, not a father. Lady Clark was not wrong.
What if Sir Carmichael had fallen in love with his secretary? That doesn't mean that she forced him to do so.
True, there are extenuating circumstances. She is a penniless orphan. But she's calculating. Just look how she avoided it when asked if she would have married Clark.
I see. You think she seduced Sir Carmichael for her own gain, and that now she is doing the same with his brother. Poirot, your world is a very dark place.
Do not get carried away, mon ami. We have another more important matter to settle.
Really?
Yes, would you believe that Miss Grey taught me something new? Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
結婚する気だったの？相当したたかな女じゃん。なんてこったい。その他にそれぞれの殺人事件に共通点はあるか。殺人が起こった日、チャールストンには大勢の人がいた。ベティの母親、娘がもうプレゼントのストッキングを着用できないことを悲しんでいた。多分ストッキングの販売員が犯人なんだよね。ソーラは公務サイドであった訪問販売員の特徴を正確に述べることができなかった。ソーラ・グレイは訪問販売員が事件当日に家を訪れていたことを目撃している。ベックスヒルはとても有名な海辺のリゾート地だ。殺人犯は女たらしだ。アッシャー夫人の私物、ストッキングと会計簿。店に価値のあるものはね、急にここで出てくるの。共通点ってストッキングじゃないの
？It's perfectly clear, Hastings, perfectly clear. Indeed, a stocking seller visited Andover, Bexhill, and Churston on the day of each murder. We have our suspect. This should be of interest to Job.
ジャップ警部に電話する。
Chief Inspector, we are looking for a stocking salesman.
I see you have a suspect.
Yes. Contact all the stocking wholesalers who may employ him.
Your suspect is a salesman?
No, he does not take orders. He sells door to door.
Right. The hunt is on.
Are you leaving, Mr. Cust?
Yes, I'm going to Cheltenham.
You shouldn't travel today. You don't look very well.
I have to. I have engagements. I must respect them.
でも今一瞬また映ったんだろう。
Can you get the post, Hastings?
And why don't you go and get it yourself?
Très bien. What's going on? I've never known Hastings to be so disagreeable.
いつもなんか使いっ走りみたいなことさせられるからいい加減嫌だったんで自分でやれやみたいな。
Poor Mr. Poirot. I'm quite sorry for you. If at first you don't succeed, try again. We've a long way to go still. Typery? No, that comes later. Letter T. The next little incident will take place in Doncaster on September 11th. So long, ABC. I should compare this letter with the one on my desk which I received earlier to see if it does indeed come from the same person.
もういい加減4通目なんだったらわかるでしょ、見ただけで。なんだろうね、このライトになっちゃうのかな。
Let us examine this more closely. Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Yes, this I is weird. Right, let us compare this with the other letter. Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual. Right, let us compare this with the other letter. That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory. The W is not printed properly. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter. Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Hastings, he strikes tomorrow. Chief Inspector Japp?
He's on another line. Can I take a message?
Yes, please, mademoiselle. It is from Hercule Poirot. Tell him ABC strikes tomorrow in Doncaster. He must call me back.
Very well, sir.
次は D ってことか。
Bien, now I'm going to see what I can find from these burnt documents. I've received the product I need. Hastings, if you do not mind, I would like you to take a few notes.
Yes, yes.
めっちゃいやいやって感じ。はいはいって感じ。
Royal Mathematical and Statistical Society's Bulletin, September the 9th, 1935. The Alphabet Murder, a methodical madman. It's highly probable that the alphabet murderer will kill again. Could we possibly estimate the number of victims in his next crime? Yes, and it is easy. As soon as we know the ratio of towns, cities and villages whose names begin with a D and the ratio of English people whose names are spelled the same. On the one hand, the ratio of towns, cities and villages in England with a name starting with D, and on the other hand, the the ratio of English people with a name also starting with D. After this initial calculation, it is easy to deduce the likelihood of actually being murdered if you belong to the target population. Go to the last page to find our results and details on the calculations.
ずっと喋り続けて。
Daily Blag, August 31, 1935. Moustache at half-mast. Poirot's repeated failure in ABC case. Sometimes small things trouble great men. Hastings, faithful collaborator of the Belgian detective, knows something about it. 3 mornings in a row, he confided to us, the cook broke the egg yolks when preparing Poirot's breakfast. This apparently casual event has greatly disturbed my friend, to the point it breaks his concentration and slows his judgment. I also noticed his mustache, of which he is so proud, being duller than usual.
Poirot, I assure you I haven't said any such thing to the journalists. They twist everything.
ディスられてた。まさかの。どこにあるのその紙とやらは。この人が持ってんの？
So, how are you getting on? I'm ready to take notes.
メモを取る準備はできてる。何の話？焼け焦げた書類を解読する。どこでそれすんの？じゃあここですんのかな。一瞬座るだけっていうね。ここですんのかな。
I've finished with this subject.
もう用はね、用なしってか。どこでやるんですかそれ。
I lock my revolver in this drawer. Now, down to work. All of this needs putting in order a little.
きちんと揃えなければなりません。このバラバラをどうやって掴んで動かす。掴んで動かす。合ってんかね合ってるのかな。だってこんだけパンでしょ。これって全部1枚な感じだとしたら随分大変なことになるねこれってひっくり返したりはできないのかな。掴んで動かすぐらいなもんだね。できるとしたら。
戻ってっちゃう。合ってないと戻っていくのかな。これはまた大変そうだね。この中だけで完結してるのかなこれって。この中だけで完結するかこれ。しなさそうなんだけど。いやするんだしちゃう感じ。本当にしちゃう感じだね。This page is finished. That's done. 3 more to go. あと3つ。違うな。This page is child's play. あれ ?1 枚残ったけど。This page is finished. And that's 2 done. It's easier than I thought. 思ってたより簡単。全く簡単じゃねえな。 違うのかな。難しいね、急に急に難しくないですか。はまらない。なんだこれ、急にはまっちゃった。そんなことになるの嘘でしょ。つかめない、うまく。なんかいろいろ納得できないけど、ハマるならしょうがない。This page is finished. Only one more. Keep going. 必ず最初は拒否されるみたいな。なんだろうな。打ち方が悪いのか、ただ単に。This page is child's play. 途中でちょっとやめてください。This piece should be placed here.
This page is finished. All the pages are reconstructed.
で、これを掴んで、どれ？あ、これに染み込ませんのかな？
A bottle of solvent.
はい。ビシャー。
The cloth is now soaked with solvent.
すごいね、復元できるなんて。
Got it! Make a note, Hastings, make a note. Mrs. Alice Asher, shop owner in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, prescribed laudanum.
I got it. Look. Poirot, where on earth did you find these files?
On a fire at the bottom of the garden at campsite.
All right, but where did the person who burned them find them?
どこで見つけてきたのか。
Alice Asher, shopkeeper in Andover. Tracheitis, hemoptysis, chronic cough with loss of blood. Prescribed laudanum-based cough medicine.
アヘンチンキリン。
Betty Barnard, waitress in Bexhill. Chronic bronchitis causing dysphonia. Advised to stop smoking.
禁煙。
Alexander Bonaparte Cust. While wounded, mustard gas and head trauma. Pulmonary emphysema. Hemoptysis. Coughing fits with blood. Suffers from absences and amnesia.
あくび？
Dick Dudley Dunbar, owner of the Black Swan Hotel in Doncaster. Asthmatic, heart disease, heart condition. Let us now try and get our
4番目の
brain
人が
cells to
次の
work.
犠牲者ってことかな。D がつくから。焼け焦げた書類はどこから来たか。どこから来たか。これって関係あるものあります？ 3 つも。焼け焦げた書類はどこから来たかに関して、ベクスヒルはとても有名な海辺のリゾート地だっていうのと、焼け焦げた書類にはアッシャー夫人の名前が書いてあるとか、ソーラ・グレイは訪問販売が事件当日に家を訪れていたことを目撃していることが関係してなさそうなんだけど。カーマイケル・クラーク教のカルテは最近調べられていた。これは関係してそうだね。どこから来たか。
The burned documents are medical records, and without a doubt, they come from Clark's archives. First of all, because all the patients have throat conditions. And secondly, their name starts with either A, B, C, or D, and it is precisely the files that match these letters that have been tampered with.
But why burn these files? How come the names of the two victims appear on them? And who are the two other patients?
These are very good questions.
Hello, Poirot?
Any news, Chief Inspector?
You wanted a stocking seller? We have one. Reported by his landlady who thought he was behaving suspiciously. He has the most unbelievable name.
アレグザンダー・ボナパード・カストと答える。ディック・ダッドリー・ドンバーと答える。ワンチンと答える。名前を尋ねる。名前忘れちゃった。アレグザンダー・ボナパード・カスト。なんていう名前だったっけね、覚えてない。
What is your stocking seller called?
Alexander Bonaparte Cust. ABC. It's a serious lead. I called Doncaster. A person matching Cust's description has been seen at the station. He got off the train from London, but after that, nobody knows where he went.
ドンカスターのブラックスワンホテルだと伝える。ドンカスターすべてを探すように伝える。ジンジャーキャットにいると伝える。ロンドンを探すように伝える。ドンカスターのブラックスワンホテルだと伝える。ブラックスワンか
Look for him at the Black Swan Hotel.
What? How do you know he's there?
Trust me, Chief Inspector.
どこだったっ
You
け
appear to be very sure of yourself.
忘れちゃった。
Very well. I'll call the Black Swan straight away. The owner is going to get a shock when he learns that there's a murderer under his roof.
ジャップを勇気づける。ジャップの代わりに電話する。ジャップを勇気づける。
Do your best, Jack.
You can count on me.
Hastings, everything is at stake. With a little luck, our main suspect will soon be under lock and key. So, has Cust been arrested?
Yes, the Doncaster police are sending him by train.
That is good news. But why so gloomy, Chief Inspector?
Well, when I told the hotel owner that he was sheltering a murderer, he collapsed.
He's dead?
No, fortunately, but it has taken its toll on him. It has to be said that with his name starting with the letter D, he had every reason to fear Cust. I bet he was going to be the next victim.
ジャップ警部を安心させる。ドンバーの健康状態を知っていたことを認める。わかんない。つったけど。
Come now, Chief Inspector.
なんかね、
He's
情
at the
報量が
hospital
多
and
す
the
ぎて何
doctors
が
are
何だか
taking
よ
good
くわ
care
か
of
んな
him.
い。
You think so?
Of course. Do not feel down, Chief Inspector. Let us focus on our investigation.
While we're waiting to question Cust, we could search his room in London.
Where does he live?
The Marbury Guest House?
I'll see you there.
Yes, but start without me. First of all, I have to sort out a few details for Cust's transfer.
I understand. À bientôt.
捕まったの？
Hastings, we are making good progress. Please go and search the room of our number one suspect.
With pleasure. I did have a dentist appointment, but I'll cancel.
The dentist. So that is why you were so nervous and bad-tempered.
A visit to the dentist is never an enjoyable prospect.
But an unavoidable one. Go to your appointment, Hastings. I will manage on my own.
歯医者行ってください。ね、痛くてイライラしてる人と一緒にいると大変だから。
To Marbury Guest House, please.
Marbury Guest House. マーベリ夫人を訪問する。ブラックスワンホテルのオーナー、被害者、ディック・ドンバー。殺 殺人リストになっている。心臓に疾患がある。かわいそうに。ということで今回はここまでにしたいと思います。ご視聴いただきありがとうございました。次もまた見ていただけると嬉しいです。それではまた。